right, meantime, another big statement today from the Biden administration, this one on Ukraine. Marking NATO's 75th anniversary today, Secretary of State Antony Blinken emphatically declared that Ukraine will join NATO. Watch.
Ukraine will become a member of NATO. Our purpose at the summit is to help build a bridge to that membership and to create a clear pathway.
Now, if Ukraine becomes a NATO member, that means the U.S. would be compelled to respond to any potential attack that happens on that nation. Joining us now is the former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, William Taylor. Mr. Ambassador, thanks for being with us here on the Hill. Appreciate it. That was as far as we have heard anyone in the Biden administration go as it relates to Ukraine and NATO. When you heard that today, you thought what, sir?
I was very pleased, Blake. I was very pleased because you're right. We have said in the past that someday Ukraine will join NATO. We've said this a couple of times. We said it back in 2008. We said it last year at the Vilnius NATO summit. But this time, in addition to saying NATO will be a member of Ukraine, the secretary said something about a pathway, a bridge. This is a little firmer than we had heard before. So this is, I think, a good move.
Do you think this, let's just look at the timing here, right? The Ukraine aid package didn't get through here in Washington. Now Mike Johnson and Donald Trump have floated the idea of a loan to that country. Do you think it's coincidental now that all of a sudden Antony Blinken shows up there and says, and makes this sort of close to definitive statement?
No, well, this was going to be the topic, Blake, of this discussion in Brussels, no doubt. And it does come at the same time that the House is looking at this $60 billion package for Ukraine. And they are talking about loans for not the military side, but loans for something on the economic side. By the way, it's interest-free and waivable loans. But okay. So that's okay. So they're moving in that, the House is moving in the right direction. I don't think there's a relationship between the House action and Secretary Blinken's statement.
So, Mr. Ambassador, you know how this would work, potentially. No one would ever want to see this happen, of course. But if Ukraine becomes a NATO member and they are attacked, potentially by Russia again, then we would be compelled to defend them and potentially get in a war with Russia. Here was Matt Gaetz, congressman. He said, quote, "These idiots are trying to start World War III." That was his tweet earlier today. I wonder what you would say to the congressman and to the criticisms that could potentially come.
So we don't. The only thing we know about the timing is that it will happen on membership for Ukraine. Is it will happen after this war is over. No one expects the Ukraine to join the alliance during a war while they are fighting the Russians. They're going to push the Russians back. They're going to somehow put the Russians out of their country. After that happens, then to secure them, to deter Russians from another attack in the future, after this war is over, NATO will give them that assurance. That is the Article 5 assurance. That's exactly right. And that is what NATO does. It deters an attack on any NATO member.
Ambassador William Taylor, former ambassador to Ukraine from the United States. Appreciate the time, sir. Talk to you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Blake.
All right, so those were some of the big foreign policy items of the day. Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.